Hello, financial fans. It looks like Wall Street's having a sale for the weekend, so maybe the prices will still be low Monday morning, but there are some stocks to consider that look like they're on sale. I'm not a financial advisor, but I will show you these stocks. I own the stocks I buy, the stocks I sell, and any of you who have an interest in studying math or financial information, you might want to use some of the strategies I use. And again, any money you invest in the stock market you can lose. But let's start on a more cheerful note. It looks like Wells Fargo and Company, symbol WFC, is showing some signs of maybe being a bargain right at this point. Let's take a look at the numbers. Wells Fargo has a symbol of WFC, a banking company, of course. $46.43 was the closing price on Friday. And we look down at the first column on the left, 2/3 of the way down. 52-week range for Wells Fargo was from $20.76 for the low to $51.41 for the high, so it's much closer to the high than it is to the low. Average volume, about 28 million shares trade every day. That's a very busy stock at that $46.43 level. And at the bottom of that first column on the left, you see the word undervalued. I like that. Undervalued. The people who studied all the numbers came up with the idea that this stock probably is going to be moving up. The PE ratio, third item down, middle column, PE ratio 12.43. That's not bad at all. And the forward dividend and yield slightly under 2%, 1.73%. That's better than what you'd get with interest from a bank, but it's still not a big dividend. However, down at the bottom of that middle column, we'll see the one-year target estimate, $50.35, so that would be nice if that happens. Now we take a look at a stock that has a symbol of SID. I won't try to pronounce it. It's a Brazilian steel company, mainly steel. And the price per share, $5.64. And steel has had an up and down year. It was up real high for a while, then it dropped off. And the reason for the drop off apparently is that China is not using as much steel as they thought they would. But the steel market is going to come back at some point when everything else comes back. So this looks like an invitation to buy right here. $5.64 is the current price. We look down at the 52-week average, 2/3 of the way down the column on the left. $2.70 was the low. $10.33 was the high. The average volume, a little over 4 million shares, 4.25 million shares trade every day. And this stock is considered to be undervalued, as we see there at the bottom of that first column on the left. The third item down, the middle column, PE ratio 2.71. That is incredibly low, and low is good on a PE ratio. Forward dividend and yield, 6.3% is what you get for holding on to it, so you might want to hold on to it for a while if that continues. And the one-year target, $8.66. That looks very inviting indeed. We move on to Fifth Third Bank Corp. I've mentioned this stock before, and I do have an account with Fifth Third Bank Corp, but I don't think I own their stock right at this time. FITB is the symbol, and we look down that first column on the left, 52-week range, $19.32 to $43.06, so it's much closer to the high than it is to the low. Average volume, number of shares trade on an average day, about 5 million shares, and this stock is considered to be, as we see there at the bottom of the column on the left, this stock is undervalued. And remember, that means there's a good possibility it's going to be bubbling up to the higher elevations. The PE ratio, third item down the middle column, 11.70, and not bad in today's market where the average PE ratio is over 20. We like a lower PE ratio. 11.7 is not too bad at all. Forward dividend and yield, about 3% is what one would receive for hanging on to this stock. And the 1 year target estimate, $43.58. So that looks like it could be welcome in many portfolios. The next stock we look at, Ally, A-L-L-Y is the symbol, Ally Financial Incorporated. And the 52-week range, $22.81 to $56.61. So this stock might have had some people who were holding on to it who actually doubled their money depending on where they bought in and if they still own it. The volume on an average day, a little over 3 million shares trade every day. That's good. It's near fair value. The beta is up there, 1.6, and that of course means that if the market goes up, the average market goes up about 1%, this stock would go up about 1.6%. If the average market went down 1%, this would go down about 1.6%, but that is far from an exact science. PE ratio 6.92, that is low and that is good. The forward dividend and yield 1.9%, higher than what a bank would pay in interest, but not anything to write home about. It's nice to get any dividend, and 1.9 is okay, but what we're really looking at on this stock is the 1 year target estimate, $65.30, and if that happens, this would be a marvelous performer. And I thank you very much for watching.